The seductive styling of the 2022 Mazda CX-9 elevates your idea of what a three-row CUV can be.
Get 0% financing on a new Mazda CX-9 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here. Well, good morning again, everybody. Like we said on the big show, 9 News this morning, we'll be continuing right now, WAFB Plus for 9 News now, and here we are. And behind us right now, a power outage map with Entergy, because we got some storms moving through that might be causing some issues for folks.
So let's pull it up further for you to actually see where these outages are happening. So where you see those red numbers is kind of an idea of where these outages are. Right now we're tracking an outage kind of in one neighborhood off of Lee, where you see a lot of red right here on this map. So you can see it's kind of right there off of Lee Drive, where you see quite a few people are out of power this morning. It says about 79 customers are impacted. Now, they try to keep this up to date in real time, but we're going to keep an eye on this to see if that expands, and we're going to try to see whether it gets better throughout the morning. But something else we were tracking, also the weather. We're not sure exactly if the weather is tying into this outage right now, but we also want to check in with Dr. Steve Caparata for a look at that line of storms moving through. Steve, good morning.
Good morning, Liz. Still tracking showers and storms rumbling through the area. This is our first alert radar network. Heaviest storms over the last couple of hours have been focused a little bit north of Baton Rouge, and right now still a severe thunderstorm warning parts of Pike and Wallfall counties in Mississippi. That cell largely the concern being hail, and it's this area in magenta a little bit northwest of Tylertown, starting to move out of our area. Pretty hefty cell just north and northeast of Liberty right now. Moderate to heavy rain near Kentwood and Independence. Closer to Baton Rouge after some storms rumbled through during the 6 o'clock hour. We've dried out for now, but still tracking some rain up to our northwest. Some storms rolling through Morganza over to near St. Francisville. St. Francisville about to get on your second round of storms, and that line extending back down through Opelousas now to near Lafayette. So as that drops southeast, still some more rain to come in Metro Baton Rouge, and we've got some storms, some fairly hefty storms showing up near and especially east of Morgan City between Houma and Thibodaux right now, lifting up towards Metro New Orleans if you happen to be traveling down that way. Boy, did we have some hail out of some of these storms this morning. This is out of St. Francisville, sent in by Jamie Smoke. Look at the amount of hail that she had out on her deck outside of her front door, and looking at it closely, I've gotten a few more pictures from her. I'll try to share those later. I haven't had time to put those in my system here, but it looks like dime and maybe some nickel size hail, maybe even a little bit larger, but certainly a lot of it. Also had a viewer send in a video of at least some smaller hail that fell around Clinton this morning. Now we've got a range of temperatures as cool as 59 in Opelousas, New Road 62. Baton Rouge kind of been holding steady in the upper 60s, 68, and south of I-10 still in the low 70s. Gonzales right now at 72 degrees. All right, let's give you a look at what to expect here through the remainder of the morning and the remainder of today. So showers and a few storms still possible through mid-morning. That's 9 o'clock, because again, we're going to have that next wave kind of dropping down to the southeast. But by the time we get to lunchtime and noon, we're starting to dry out. A few showers left, mostly south of I-10, I think, at that point in time. And into the afternoon, not only will we dry out, should see at least some sun mixing in with the clouds. With that, temperatures get into the low to mid 70s. Tonight, clouds fill back in. It will be a bit cooler tonight. Our low temperatures will actually make their way down into the 50s. We've had some heavy rain in spots and pockets over the last 24 hours, including especially last night, Baton Rouge, EBR, parts of EBR and West Baton Rouge parishes. Look at this, radar estimating 4 to 5 inches of rain from near downtown Baton Rouge, Port Allen, back in the western sections of West Baton Rouge Parish. That was one pocket of heavy rain, and now areas in St. Helena, northern Tangipahoa, a little bit of Pike County have been hit twice with some heavy rain last night and this morning, estimating up to 6 inches of rain not far from Liverpool. 4 to 5 near and east of Kentwood, so we have had some pockets of heavy rain. This is all tied to a front that's been kind of stalled out over South Louisiana. That's going to get a push to the south later on this morning. As it does so, we will start to dry out. Now tomorrow, some clouds linger, and I could see a stray shower tomorrow. It's going to be cooler, 53 for a low, a high of 71. Thursday, one more cool morning around 50, but by Thursday afternoon, already starting to rebound into the upper 70s. And Friday into the weekend, here come the 80s again. A few showers this weekend. Still some uncertainty on weekend rain chances. We'll keep an eye on that. Next week could get downright hot. Some model guidance showing highs potentially reaching 90 degrees by early next week. All right, 7:08. Let's get an update on the roads now with Jared.
Busy morning, Dr. Steve. Thank you so much for that. Meantime, we still have that accident that you could see. They've cleared the car away. That's good news. You still see the DOTD truck there. You could see what happened. It spun, took the guardrail partially out, and then made its way over towards the shoulder, so everything moving through okay. I-12 over at Jones Creek, still have a stalled vehicle over there right near the median, and it looks like that's not really causing too big of a slowdown. We've got a lull in the activity right now, as Steve mentioned, but not out of the woods completely yet. Scotland Avenue, we had a crash over at Progress Road. It looks like they've cleared that off. Still, the computer is showing a stalled vehicle at Jefferson Highway and Drusilla. Don't know if they've cleared that just yet. And then I-12 westbound going towards downtown looks a little bit slow. I-12 eastbound, we got a crash at exit 1A. That's as you get over to I-10. That's exit 159. So that's going to cause a slowdown. But the big headliner throughout the morning, no doubt about it, has been this right here. This is 74 going from Dutchtown all the way to St. Gabriel. We showed you pictures earlier on Eyewitness News this morning as we had a jackknifed 18-wheeler. So definitely that's going to cause more time if you are making your way towards St. Gabriel or towards the river. The other thing, at the last check, the Plaquemine Sunshine Ferry has been knocked out of service. I'll check again throughout the morning because now we are getting a break out there, but at the last check, that is still out of service. Lots going on this morning, Matt and Liz.
Oh, yes.
All right, Jared, thank you for the latest in the weather and traffic. We also have to talk about your news headlines today, too.
Sure. There's been a lot going on from the local to the state to the national level. International level. You may not have seen this before you went to bed. 39 migrants killed. A dormitory fire at a facility just south of the U.S.-Mexico border.
This is at a detention center in Ciudad, Mexico, there, right near the U.S.-Mexico border. We're hearing that 39 people have died. At first, we were hearing dozens of migrants there, but we're now hearing 39 dead, 29 injured in that fire there at the detention center. So this is a lot of progress here. Dion Guillory first letting us know about this just a couple of hours ago, but that is a large number of people.
It really is. And so now the investigation into how this all happened, who truly is involved in all this. Again, we'll follow the very latest for you, but yeah, you see that kind of a body count, and it grabs everybody's attention. 39 lives lost. From that to a tragedy here in Louisiana, has a Louisiana connection. In the United States, again, another school shooting, 6 lives taken.
This time at a private Christian elementary school in Nashville, Tennessee. We first brought this story to you at 9 News at noon when we first learned at that time, 3 students were shot. We didn't know at that time that those students ended up being dead. Well, now we've learned a total of 6 people, excluding the shooter, are dead. So 7 people total, including this woman. This is Dr. Catherine Kuntz. She actually graduated from U-High, graduated from LSU, or a family friend confirming to us that she's a Baton Rouge native, one of the victims in that awful incident.
She's the head of the school, been there for nearly 7 years, and one of the 3 adults killed in that, the 3 students just 9 years old, and again, as you've heard by now, responding officers shot and killed the alleged shooter. They said that she had a well drawn out map of the school, well thought out plan, multiple assault style rifles on her. So the investigation is continuing. A manifesto found as well. So again, a lot to dig into there, but certainly grabbing national
It is
headlines.
important to note that police identified Audrey Hale as a transgender individual, but they did not say exactly how Audrey Hale identified at the time of this. So we're a lot to follow here,
Yeah,
a lot in
much.
this investigation.
From that to this, the continuing heartbreak felt statewide with community law enforcement and just all those who these guys served. 2 BRPD officers killed in that helicopter crash, officially identified.
We've now learned that the individuals are Sergeant David Poirier, and just recently promoted
That's
to
exactly
sergeant,
right.
and also Corporal Scotty Canizero. So 2 individuals who've been long time serving our community here. We also brought you a story yesterday where another act of heroism, saving a baby found in the middle of a field. So these are family members, these are colleagues, these are the servants of our community. So how do we move on from here? Of course, we've got the investigation as to why it took so long to find this wrecked aircraft, this helicopter there near Port Allen.
And I think that's going to grab a lot of the attention right now, right? As it should. People want to know exactly why it went down, and the FAA has their preliminary report out right now saying the tail rotor clipped a tree. And so these investigations are pushing forward. Why it took so long? Yes, that's happening. But the overriding important piece of this are 2 servants of the community are lost. There are families grieving. We'll continue to help you process that as well.
Yes.
This continues to be a national story. The gigantic storms, deadly storms pushing through, ripping through parts of Mississippi. But you can actually do some help today.
If you have any bottled water on you, maybe some cleaning supplies, anything you can think of after devastation like this, Walker Police Department, Walker Walmart, 2 places where you can drop off those donations, 7:30 to 5 p.m. today.
Okay, there's a few other things going on today that we want to make sure you know about, from community meetings to job fairs, including this right here. This is North Baton Rouge residents, so think 70805, in fact, invited to a community meeting to talk about what needs to happen.
It's happening at Estruma High School tonight. If you'd like to attend, we've got all of those details waiting for you in this story too. But what about job seekers?
How about this right here?
Multiple opportunities, including this one. So over there today in West Baton Rouge, number of opportunities for people maybe looking for manufacturing jobs, processing jobs. The gamut is full.
All of it. So what you're going to do, Carl F. Grant Civic Center from 9 a.m. to 2 o'clock. It's going to be Thursday, March 30th, so that's right around the corner, maybe a great opportunity there. How about the opportunity staying in West Baton Rouge to become a teacher? All the schools are going to be represented at a teacher job search.
Yeah, this is the second one they've hosted in 2 weeks now. So if you're thinking, well, you know what, I've been thinking about it, don't know where to start, the job fair tomorrow is really a great opportunity to figure out, is there an option for me?
Okay, so that's tomorrow.
Yes.
Something going on today.
Something
going on today. This is what, the third now send-off for LSU women's basketball, right? The first of the SEC tournament, the second one as they were getting going on the ride, like Sweet 16. This one's for the Final Four, ladies and gentlemen. They're heading out today.
3 p.m. at the PMAC between the ramps. You know what we're talking about. Be there. The space is a lot wider.
Yeah, a little bit.
I tell you what, when you go off to the Final Four, they would love to see a wide crowd of people welcoming them there. And as Steve showed you today, the hour by 3 o'clock,
that's right,
it should look really good and dry.
You should be. And guys, all right, so it is LSU, and now it's Virginia Tech. They beat Ohio State, and it's going to be South Carolina and Iowa. Who you got?
Wouldn't it be fun to see the LSU South Carolina rematch?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was tough for LSU. I know they'd love another shot.
That's exactly right. Thanks for joining us here on The Plus, everybody. See you next time.